Basketball has given us rivalries. Magic versus Bird, Kobe versus Duncan, LeBron versus Curry. But there's one matchup the universe kept locked in the vault. Derrick Rose in his prime, Russell Westbrook in his prime, the youngest MVP in history versus the triple-double king. Lightning versus thunder, elegance versus chaos. What if these two forces of nature collided at their absolute peaks in the same arena? Derrick Rose, Chicago's lightning bolt. Derrick Rose wasn't just quick, he was uncatchable. In 2011, at just 22 years old, he became the youngest player ever to win the MVP award. He carried the Chicago Bulls to 62 wins, slicing through defenses like a blade of wind. His crossover was sharp enough to snap ankles in half. His first step wasn't fast, it was teleportation. And when he soared to the rim, twisting midair with a soft finish off the glass, it felt like gravity had been cheated. Rose wasn't just a player, he was Chicago's heartbeat. A kid from Englewood putting the city on his back. Every drive, every spin, every layup. It wasn't just 2 points, it was hope. Russell Westbrook, the human hurricane. If Rose was lightning, Westbrook was thunder. By 2017, Westbrook wasn't playing basketball. He was rewriting physics. He averaged 31 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists per game, becoming the first player since Oscar Robertson to average a triple-double for an entire season. Westbrook didn't glide. He crashed. He didn't avoid defenders. He demolished them. Every time he took off for a dunk, it looked like he was trying to tear the rim out of the ground. He played with rage, with fury, with a fire that made every possession feel personal. Style clash, ballet versus demolition derby. Rose was elegance at full speed. He slipped through defenders like water through fingers. His game was smooth, controlled chaos. Westbrook? He was the demolition derby. He didn't finesse past defenders. He ran through them, chest first, like a linebacker in a basketball jersey. Together on the same court, it wouldn't just be a game. It would be a clash of natural disasters. Ballet versus wrecking ball. The opening possession. Look at the first play. Rose catches the ball at half court. A hesitation dribble, a blur of movement. He's already at the rim. Soft finger roll. Bucket. Crowd erupts. Westbrook responds instantly. He grabs the inbound, storms coast to coast, and dunks with such violence the backboard trembles. He screams into the crowd. Rose doesn't flinch. His eyes ice cold, and the war has just begun. MVP pedigrees, hope versus fury. Rose's MVP run was about more than stats. He was the youngest MVP ever, leading a Bulls team that wasn't supposed to dominate the East. He made Chicago believe again. His game was smooth, mesmerizing, and almost supernatural. Westbrook's MVP run was about defiance. After Kevin Durant left OKC, people wrote the Thunder off. But Russ didn't care. He turned the season into a personal vendetta. Triple-doubles became his love language. His fury carried a franchise. His MVP wasn't about hope, it was about survival. The ankle breaker versus the rim breaker. Rose's calling card was the ankle breaker. One hesitation, one crossover, and defenders were sliding across the hardwood like bowling pins. He didn't just beat you, he embarrassed you. His game was highlight reels on loop. Westbrook's calling card was the rim breaker. He dunked so hard the stanchion probably filed a restraining order. His dunks weren't just 2 points. They were a message. I'm here. You can't stop me. And I'm going to scream in your face after. And here's where it gets crazy. Rose's moves were so slick defenders sometimes just froze, like their controller disconnected. Westbrook, though, he was the human fast-forward button, turning every possession into chaos. Rose left you questioning your balance. Westbrook left you questioning your career choices. And if these two went head-to-head, every play would be a coin toss, ankles or rims, broken either way. Social media would have exploded. Rose smiles one time in a post-game presser, Twitter melts. Westbrook gives a reporter the death stare, meme for eternity. Rose drops a floater over 3 defenders, Instagram reels forever. Westbrook snatches a rebound, bulldozes end-to-end, and dunks through a center's chest? TikTok can't keep up. If Rose and Westbrook went head-to-head, social media would have broken in half. Every possession would trend. Every stare down would be GIF worthy. Every highlight, instant viral clip. Mental warfare, flow versus chaos. Here's where it gets psychological. Rose thrives on rhythm. He wants the game to flow, smooth and elegant. Westbrook thrives on chaos. He wants the game messy, loud, unhinged. So the question is, does Rose drag Westbrook into a calm storm of crossovers and floaters? Or does Westbrook force Rose into a hurricane of reckless speed and violent dunks? It's punk rock versus jazz, a demolition derby against a ballet. Who bends first? 1-on-1 to 21. Imagine a game of 1 versus 1. First to 21. No fouls called, no teammates, just pride. Rose hits a crossover, floats it high off the glass, bucket. Westbrook barrels in, spins, dunks through the rim, bucket. Rose steps back, hits the jumper, bucket. Westbrook answers with a pull-up 3, banks it in, shrugs like he meant it, bucket. By the time it's 20-20, the crowd isn't even watching the score. They're standing on their seats, begging for the highlight of the century. Off-court rivalry, Netflix worthy. And let's not ignore the off-court comedy. Rose, calm and humble, saying little but meaning everything. Westbrook, explosive in interviews, fiery, confrontational. Imagine the press conferences. Rose quietly says, "I just want to win." Westbrook glares. Next question. Boom! Internet explodes. Forget NBA games. We'd binge watch a Netflix series called Rose versus Russ, the rivalry. The heart versus the hurricane Rose was heart. His story, his game, his city. It was all about love and hope. Every bucket felt like Chicago was rising with him. Westbrook was hurricane. His story, his game, his city. It was all about rage and defiance. Every bucket felt like he was screaming at the world. You can't break me. One played for his city's pride. The other played to silence doubters. Both unforgettable. Legacy of what could have been Rose's injuries robbed us of what might have been one of the greatest careers in NBA history. He remains the league's ultimate what if. His prime was short, but unforgettable. Westbrook, on the other hand, kept going. He stacked triple-doubles, broke records, and made history. But critics say he lacked control, efficiency, rings. Yet no one can deny his relentlessness, his refusal to quit. His prime, a storm the league could never ignore. The imaginary finals. Imagine this, Rose's Bulls versus Westbrook's Thunder. Finals, Game 7. Rose slicing through the defense, finishing high off the glass. Westbrook answering with a coast-to-coast dunk, pounding his chest. Timeout. The arena is shaking. Every possession feels like a heavyweight fight. Rose lands a jab. Westbrook lands a haymaker. Back and forth until the buzzer sounds. And the winner doesn't matter, because we, the fans, would have won either way. Why we still dream about it. This matchup never happened in reality. Prime Rose was cut short. Prime Westbrook came later. But that's the beauty of the what if. In our imaginations, the game lives forever. Rose never slows down. Westbrook never stops screaming. The highlights keep coming. The debate never ends. A new series begins Prime. Derrick Rose versus Prime Russell Westbrook. Lightning versus Thunder. Heart versus Fury. The most explosive MVP showdown the NBA never gave us. If this video lit a fire in your basketball soul, don't forget, like this video, subscribe to Hoops Extra, and turn on the bell icon. Because this is a new series I'm bringing to the channel. And if you want more dream matchups, more legends, more hidden truths, let me know in the comments. Because this isn't the end, it's just the beginning.